Top of the week. Shout out to all the good people out there making something happen. It's Monday. I started my Monday off right. Went to get me a little brunch breakfast sandwich, man. You know, Washington, D.C.'s a little chilly out here today. A couple of my partners and my friends and my comrades, at least two of them came home within the last, let's say this month. One of them had like 41 to life. He did 31 years. And another one of my buddies, he had all type of time. He had like 65 to life out of DC. He had like 20 years for a homicide in Ohio, another 20 years for another homicide in Ohio. Maybe 7, 8, 9 years for stabbing a CO. We called them police too. My other partner, he ain't have as much institutional bad behavior, so to speak, that he was penalized for with sentences or convictions, but he did catch a money laundering case in the feds and got extra time for it, was prosecuted on a RICO inside the feds with a bunch of co-defendants. So a lot of things happened, but what I woke up thinking about today was the fact that many people, they kind of count those guys out. Now, I can't ever say that I was counted out, but a lot of people probably didn't know how much time I had, so they probably didn't know if I was coming back on that. But some of these dudes that got multiple life sentences, people count them out, if you get what I'm saying. Nah, they ain't never coming home. So it brings me to this one thing. Shout out to both of my men. I don't really want to, I mean, some people know him. Everybody know Babyface, so that ain't no thing. But one of my partners, he came home kind of like under the radar, but he done been out and about now. But Babyface, was so amazing to me about this guy Babyface, he went to jail at 17, right? And he ended up doing about 36 years. He went to jail at some point in 89. He just came home in November of 2025. That's got to be at least 36 years, because I believe he got locked up in the earlier part of 89. But between 35 and some change and 36 and some change in time. He went to jail in 89. It's 2025 right now. A lot of people who know him and pass it and ain't been keeping up with him, like a lot of my friends that are still in prison, when I got out, I continue to support them, right? So even me myself, I am very surprised. Like when I wake up in the morning for the last 3 days, and if he finally crossed my mind, I'd be wondering to myself, like, damn, bro, he jumped the moon. Like, I don't know how many of y'all understand what type of place ADX, Colorado is, right? But, hold on. But anyway, I don't know how many of y'all are aware of what type of place ADX Florence is, but a lot of people say it's the worst of the worst prisons, and they think that that means because of violence. Violence occurs there few and far between, but it is one of the most restrictive and psychologically abusive institutions in federal history, maybe in the history of the country. The Amnesty International people who deem things like inhumane, they've given ADX a humongous report of being super inhumane. And my homie spent 26 of the last years of the 36 years in ADX, maybe 27, 20, man. Now probably 26. He probably got there in 98 or 99, something like that. End of 98, early 99, because they probably wasn't finished in court. But if anybody ever been incarcerated and you've been to the hole, if you've been to the hole, you understand what solitary confinement is. My cousin in ADX now fighting for his freedom. Good morning, everybody. Oh, yeah? Where your cousin from? Bro, question for you. How do bonds get so many women, especially bonds with no money, no job, no house, etc.? Hey, homeboy, I can't explain to you no question like that. Why you ask a question like that out of all questions to ask? Other than the obvious answer, which could be trolling. Somebody say it's cold outside. Yeah, it's a little cold outside. You cap. That shit was good. EAE. It's sad seeing the TSA work with no pay, bro. That's tough. Brick Squad checking and salute. What it do? Do you remember the open drug markets in DC? Yeah, I guess so. I gotta get on this elevator real quick. I'm gonna hit y'all back. Free the men. I ain't even finished what I was talking about yet.